Hello, Rick here from Hamilton Sports Central, and we have a live stream tonight. It's against the BC Lions and the Edmonton Elks. However, CFL is having a problem, and their live stream has not started yet. So it's going to be a bit of a while, some time. Let's see if I can get it working on this. Let's try this again. Stream has not started yet. It was supposed to start at... Actually, let's see if... Let's bring this over this side. Let's see if there is anyone else having problems with CFL Plus. Oh, so the game's about to start. Don't know why this isn't start. Okay, how's there 31 seconds left in the first quarter? Oh, perfect. See if I can get it on my phone. How is it not started yet? It makes no sense. Okay, apparently we don't get to watch it. Blanchard kicks off for 73 yards to the BC 7. Williams returns for 22 yards to the BC 29. Pace with the tackle. Butler rushes for 4 yards to the BC 33. Dajombi with the tackle. Well, I can tell you that it's not working. Let's try this. Okay, so I don't know what to say, but Rourke gets sacked for 8 yards to the BC 25. No, what we'll do it this way. I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. And we will do this. Fuck it. Mayer punts 57 yards to the Edmonton 28, league with a 12-yard return to the Edmonton 40. I'll put it over here. Oh. Okay. Rankin rushes for a 3-yard loss to Edmonton 37. Lee with the tackle. Fajardo passes to Julian Grant for 12 yards to the Edmonton 49. Thomas Oliver III with the tackle. Now let's just see if I can listen to it without it picking up the volume. No, we want sports. This is CSN2. Okay. Here we go. Julian punts 7 yards to the BC 24. Illegal punt out of bounds for Jake Julian, so it's 10 yards. So it goes from the BC 24 to the BC 34. Shame game parlay. Play your game. And let's change this. Order. Okay, so we have BC is the save. Oh, I wanted to do on this one. Okay. Didn't know Rourke was injured, but okay. Butler rushes for 2 yards to the BC 36. Fox with the tackle, and Fox is the injured player. Oh, interception by Edmonton. Gavin Myers. Bryce pass interception by Gavin Myers at BC 30. Myers returns for 0 yards to BC 30, so they already have great field position already. Strikers know best. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Edmonton Elks at the BC 30. Yeah. Rankin rushes for 1 yard loss to the BC 31. McKenna with the tackle, so it's 2nd and 11. Fajardo passes incomplete to Brandon Larry Orange, so it's going to be 3rd and 11 from the BC 31. So it's basically a free 3 points for the Elks. It's funny because when they threw the interception, they're on their 36. When they throw this or kick this field goal, they're going to end up starting on the 40. And Blanchard with a 38-yarder. We want this. There. Nathan Rourke still not back in the game. Butler rushes for 4-yard loss to BC 36. Logan Jr. with the tackle. So it's going to be 2nd and 14. Bryce to Cynical for 8-yard pass. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 at the 44-yard line. Mayer with the tackle. Of course I would. Of course I would. So Mayer punts 41 yards to Edmonton 25. Leak returns for 20 yards to Edmonton 45. No yards on BC for 15 yards and unnecessary roughness on Pearson. So it's 30 yards. So they just basically start at the 25. Oh, thanks. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for CFL Plus to begin. Is BC effed or is BC effed? Invisible Man hosting again, I see. Hello, anyone home? Rankin gets at least 12 yards. Oh, 13. Oh, never mind. I thought it was ranking. It's a Larry Orange. This Blue Jays team, man. Trip says, let's go. And Funfish says, you see the Red Sox today. No, I did not see the Red Sox today. I will say, though, hopefully this is not the sign of all quarterbacks getting injured. Because I'd hate for that to happen. Fajardo throws incomplete to Austin Mack. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Oh, Trips, man, that sucks that you dislocated your shoulder the other day. Hopefully you have a speedy recovery, my friend. An inning away from going 11 wins in a row on a doubleheader. Now, Funfish, is that the Red Sox with the doubleheader? An inning. So Hamilton and BC are competing for the bottom feeder. No, we are not competing for the double feeder. Just because Jake Dolegala was playing like crap the other day doesn't necessarily mean that Hamilton's in the trouble. I mean, I would like to see him play a full game first. Yes, Ford is starting tomorrow. I mean, Ford can't be any worse than Jake Dolegala. And I mean, if we can hold, because even though Saskatchewan won last week, 18 of those points were not against our defense. Those were due to our offense. So we've only given up 14 and 20 points in our last 2 games. If our defense can play like that, Toronto's going to have some difficulty tomorrow. And Argo Fan 21 says, I'm worried about tomorrow. You never know. That's the thing. You never know. Like, who is to think that Nathan Rourke would get injured on, what was it, the second play? The second play, and he's been injured ever since. You never know what's going to end up happening. Fajardo was sacked for 12 yards to the Edmonton 26, and then Julian punted 49 yards to the BC 35, and Williams returns it for 19 yards. So the thing is, Scott and what's his name? Milanovic mentioned it earlier. So instead of working around a pocket passer, he has the receivers working around a scrambling quarterback. Yeah, he would make. So basically, if a pass breaks down tomorrow and he has to scramble, those receivers are going to jump in and make blocks and tackles. I'm curious to see how it's going to go, to be honest. Because if he can give us the spark that we need, who knows what the future can hold. Strength, skill, and stamina. The Amazing Race. I've never seen that show. Exactly. And don't get me wrong, he didn't really have that good of a team in Edmonton. Okay, let me rephrase that. He didn't have the offensive tools like he has in Hamilton when he was with Edmonton. So you never know. Bryce throws to Cynical for 13 yards to the Edmonton 13. Logan Jr. with the tackle. I mean, we already have what? Cynical's already at 21 yards off of two passes. I mean, it's going to be more than that. Because there's 8. Oh, maybe not. Oh, they had more than 21. Butler rushes for 2 yards to the Edmonton 41. Logan Jr. with the tackle. 2nd and 8. So I think the running backs will have a difficulty tonight. You've already seen it with Butler. Butler's struggling tonight. So Nathan Rourke is out with a left shoulder injury. Bryce targeted cynical. Bryce throws to Hatcher for 40 yards. Oh, man, if that's what he has in a separated shoulder, that sucks. But you know what, though? How do I say this in a polite way? When your key quarterbacks go down, at least it gives you a chance to see what you have in your backup. And then Horvath rushes for a touchdown. There we go. I was like, why isn't it playing? Horvath with the rushing touchdown. So with that catch, that already puts Bryce 3 for 4 for 61 yards.
He doesn't look at anything. He sees the defense pretty snap, and it's the right decision. That's the route you want to throw in that situation again. Back looks good, tempo. Just would like him to push the ball a little more towards the pylon and let Hatcher go run and get it. But Hatcher says, no problem, big dog. I got you.
25. Who's 25? 25. 25.
I mean, you try and bat it down. I'll say this, Dustin. One of the things
Garns.
There should be a stat for that for Hatcher. You go into the offseason and whenever you're a free agent, it's like, oh, you have X amount of touchdowns. That doesn't count as a touchdown for Hatcher. That's got to be on the film reel, right? It's like, okay, I got it to the 1 year on a crazy catch.
Scott says Rourke with a separated shoulder.
He came out with slinging the ball around. And again, as much as that throw wasn't the most accurate, I do expect it.
Mayer kicks off 61 yards to Edmonton 19. Leak returns for 17 yards to the Edmonton 16. So this game all depends on Bryce. See if they can win their second game of the season, or are they going to go 1 for 6? Fajardo passes to Cyphus for 14 yards to Edmonton 50. TJ Lee with the tackle. So it's going to be 1st and 10.
So this is is going to be dropping to the deep third, so he knows it's a perfect play call by Maximic. Gets put right back. Oh, that's not good. That's not what we want to see if you're BC Lions. If you're a CFL fan, that's not what you want to see. He officially will not return to this ball game. First and 10, Fajardo on the run.
Fajardo passes to Griffith for 9 yards to the BC 51. Williams with the tackle. So it's 2nd and 1 from the BC 51.
Tough to see after the league loses Levi Mitchell earlier in the season. Yeah, we don't know how long Nathan will be out, but obviously his arm, some sort of sling under that t-shirt. Yeah, you go back to last season, those are the two.
Schneider rushes for 2 yards to the BC 49. Harris with the tackle.
I do respect him coming out here, still got the pants on, being with the guys. You see the leadership qualities right there. Paul Schneider into the game, and short yardage for Edmonton gets a exploit from the line. And they'll easily move the chains here to be a first down.
Move those chains.
So since from a X and O standpoint right now, offensive coordinator Maximic to me for Edmonton, they have not ran the ball well. Rankin has got 2 attempts for -4 yards, -3-yard rush, -1. So what they've been doing is this kind of run game extension. You'll see Cody fake the handoffs and just kind of throw these, similar to what Nathan Rourke does, RPO style.
League rushes for 3 yards to the BC 46. 2nd and 7.
As they develop, it's a bit of thunder and lightning. Now Rankin's kind of got both thunder and lightning. But Lincoln can really go, so he is a fun back to watch. Thunder and lightning and lightning. That's right. That's how you describe these two guys.
Fajardo passes to Brennan Larry Orange for 1 yard to the BC 45. 3rd and 6. Bases loaded. 1 out for the White Sox already. So you're saying, while we're on commercial. Oops, no, I did that wrong. Holy crap. Red Sox 10-0. 8 for it. Ew. So much for those Jays. I don't know. Maybe you just got to be the team and get hot. That's all. Listen, at least we're not as bad as the Angels, okay? Or the Royals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, Jays will have 9th pick next year if the class were to end now. I think the Jays will be sellers this year. They won't make the playoffs. And we are now heading into the second quarter.
Into the first quarter here in Edmonton, the Elks trail the BC Lions 7-3. You see that rushing yards. 1 yard rushing for Edmonton so far.
So actually, interesting thing, Funfish. Before I started the stream, I was starting to download the OUA rosters for the college football. So I'm probably going to do a series on my gaming channel of just OUA U Sports teams and just have like a division. I just got to set up the rivalries and that, but yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do for my save for NCAA 27. Another outside 52 yarder. One for one beyond 50.
So this is his longest field goal attempt of the season to make it a 1-point game. And that is up.
And wide.
Is wide. His first miss of the year will be run out by Jaden Williams. Williams trying to pick his way out towards the 20, finds the 20 down to the sideline. And that is where they will force him out. So Blanchard's perfect season, no more as he gets to 52 yards.
Blanchard misses a 52-yarder. Recovered by Williams, returns it for 37 yards to the BC 25. I'm contemplating on either doing CFL teams or if I'm going to do U Sports teams.
There's a world where you punt that and you try and hit him deep and you give Cody a short field. Like, again, just as a mindset, I think you got to start thinking it's going to be a really greasy game. Low scoring, you got to find a way to win.
Butler rushes for 1 yard to the BC 26. It's funny, Funfish, because I'm pretty sure did they not just like sign them to extensions like not that long ago?
So it's kind of like a cross on different gaps. You can blank there, and then Jaboma just fires downhill. Great tackle, Butler. 135 rushing yards last time these two teams played for Butler. He's got 5 on 5 carries. It's a 2nd and 9 for Price. So clear it out. 3 to the left, 3 to the right. Has a lot of time now. It's empty pressure, and he's taken down. Tamari Fox has his first sack of the season. Dustin, if you're Buck Pierce, this drives you nuts. It's a 3-man rush. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3. That's it. You can't do anything in this league if you can't protect against a 3-man rush on 2nd down. If my math is correct, that means you got 9 guys dropping the coverage. No hardness to throw. That's what we like to see in offense.
Bryce sacked for 8 yards to the BC 18. Oh, nice. There's a flag on the play. Riders and Elks next weekend. Yes, that will prove. Listen, if Rankin can put up his kind of game he's done for the last couple of weeks against the Riders, I will give him his flowers. Yes. Crew's not rough tomorrow. Mayer punts for 49 yards for the Edmonton 43. Leak returns 31 yards to the BC 36. And then Edmonton gets a hold, so they go from the 55 to the 45. Fajardo throws to Leak for a 3-yard loss. You know what, Funfish? This is going to be that trap game that everyone thought, oh, yeah, this is going to be over 55 passing or 55 points. This is going to be the trap game. Imagine the Lions beat the Elks, had it going into next weekend. Are they not on a bye this week? Oh, another flag on the play from the secondary. Another penalty against Edmonton. Walking downfield. TJ Luther, the guilty party.
It's a great job by Edmonton here. As for Rollins, you're going to see a lot of pressure from BC, and Edmonton's offensive line picks it up. And then you get what we call chin flat. Okay, Cody sees it. You've got no one covering it. And we have a first down. Oh, wow. Now we see the replay. I'm not sure about that call. Does it? A little push. I would say right as the ball arrives. Second down, they're trying to get something.
Fajardo pass to Julian Grant for the 15 yards, but that was the illegal defense on the cover. So it's back 10 yards and no play. So it's third and... Okay, now they show it. Second and 23. God dang. Fajardo passes to Rankin for 3 yards to the Edmonton 35. Yeah, so Riders would be in first only because they had played less games than the Elks have. Jake Julian punts for 52 yards to the BC 23. Williams returns for 2 yards and Pace with the tackle. Scott says another terrible call by Andre Prue. So that is the question. You know what? I want to see. How long is injury? How long is recovery? Ooh. So let's just say, I mean, I don't know if separated shoulder you'd have in a sling, but if he has a separated shoulder, depends on how bad it is. If it's mild to moderate, they say 2 to 6 weeks. Usually healed with ice sling and physical therapy. So I don't think it's severe because he wouldn't be on the sideline. So I'm saying probably 2 to 6 weeks he would be out. Hey, first is first. Who do you think Jays will sell the deadline? I mean, Springer doesn't have I don't think Springer has a contract after this year. Guzman maybe. They'll rebuild the cupboard this offseason. Bryce with another interception. Yeah, Hoffman definitely. Bryce with his second interception, and it's not even halfway through the second quarter. Yeah, Guzman, yeah, the pitcher, because I think his contract expires at the end of this year, too. Fajardo passes to Mac for 19 yards to BC 43. Thomas Oliver the third with the tackle.
My history is the American field. These long throws on those speed outs, they scare me a bit. That could be if it's a split second late or going 6 the other way for sure. They scare me a bit. Gotta get there in time. 2nd and 5 for Fajardo now.
Oh, Fajardo's going to bomb it. I would say that was defensive pass interference with that push. Or offensive pass interference, I should say.
Cody sees he's got an inside fade from Luther. And he's like, I'm taking this matchup.
Maybe not by that view. Fajardo passes to Luther for 38 yards to the BC 5. TJ Lee with the tackle. Rankin rushes for 1 yard to the BC 4. You knew it was just going to be a matter of time before someone figured Rankin out. And Scotty says, what a grab. Fajardo passes to Luther for 4 yards for a touchdown.
They're trying to get creative, find a way to beat this tough run defense, BC. Deontay Williams was not fooled. He was waiting in that game. Closed it up quickly, so it'll be a 2nd and goal. Fajardo in the shotgun, that's Rankin directly to his left. Cody looks to his right. Bouncing around the pocket. Gets it away. Elks. TJ Luther's got his 2nd of the year. And Edmonton goes back on top.
And I will be right back.
So the ball just took a little longer, and I think probably Edmonton wanted to put that open. Blanchard gives Edmonton a 10-7 lead. TJ Luther first on the deep line. Holds it in, but it finds himself holding in space in the end zone for a touchdown.
No, I stepped away for a second. Oh, just because of my green screen. I could turn my green screen off and I don't disappear. Who do I want? England and France. Is this England versus France? Is that third place? If it's third place, I'd say France, because then England's like Toronto and they just keep on losing.
This here, TJ Luther sits, and that's your zone answer. Now he sees as we roll it, so he realizes right away, okay, it's man. I'm not the answer here.
Yeah, because if I
This is the
go to visual effects
off schedule, so this
and I turn it off, then you see my green screen.
made up. But that's TJ Luther understanding, okay, I'm the zone option in this. It's man coverage, so if the ball's not out early.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying France.
Find me, that's what he does. Cody found him. Here's Williams on the return. Makes his way through. Found a little bit of space. He'll try to knock that ball out, but he'll hang on and take it just outside the 30. That's why a 35-yard return there. We can look at Chase Bryce, a couple interceptions here in the first half in place of Rourke. Yeah, you see that stat line. It's 3 for 5. Unfortunately, 2 picks.
Now I'm hoping, I know it won't happen. I'm hoping for Spain to beat Argentina in the championship. Only because then with all the BS that's been going on with Argentina, I'm just over it. Bryce passes to Hatcher for 19 yards to BC 51. Is that who's pitching right now? Funfish is Beneg. Interesting thing is, whoever wins the World Cup this year actually gets championship rings. Fun fact.
We're trying to replace the run game. Just get me 4. Get me in the second and deep. You know, and J.C. Sherrod on the other side. You know, I was doing some love to Mike Bambides. Can't forget what he's doing right now. This is not an easy offense to slow down. They've done it today.
Bryce throws to Passant for 0 yards, so it's 2nd and 10. Bryce throws incomplete to Mayala, breaks up at the 55, so it's incomplete, so 3rd and 10.
J.C. Sherry said, hey, I'm bringing the heat. We got a backup in. And there's a 3-hitter. That is what happens in cover 0 a lot of times. There's a 3-man. You got to beat the blitzer with the ball. And clearly they could not get that done. So J.C. Sherry right now has got a very good feel and pulse of what's going on here in the mind of Chase Bryce.
He was a Jay's 2nd round pick in 2020. That's who he is. Mayer punts 39 yards to Edmonton 20. Lake returns it for 17 yards to Edmonton 37. Haggerty with the tackle. Pierre is injured. I want to say BC line. Oh, so it's a bullpen day. Because I can tell you, Spencer Miles is not a freaking starter. I never understood these bullpen days. I hate them. You should have a starter for every game. Mind you, all the Jays starters are probably injured. Oh, Funfish. Varsho would be another one I could see getting traded. Springer, Varsho, Hoffman, hopefully, Guzman. I mean, it sucks that you can't trade draft picks in the MLB, but you can trade prospects, just not the future draft picks. I'm just mad because I picked Rankin as my captain this week, and it's not turning out too great.
Football's biggest prize is on the line as Spain takes on Argentina in the World Cup final. Sunday at 3 Eastern at noon Pacific. You can watch it
I
live
will
on
not be watching that,
CTV.
as I will be live streaming the Montreal game from tomorrow, before I go for my my dentist appointment on Sunday. Yeah, they're toast. There's no way in hell they're buyers. That's crazy, though. Yeah, no, I don't think. Like I said the other day, they had to have won. Well, I mean, you still got till July 30th, but they have to win so many games in so many days. Oh, wow! Fajardo passes to Cypress for 54 yards to BC 19. I know, fun fish. These Elks aren't going away, my friend.
Not much to it. He takes his one-on-one matchup. He says, I think my guy's going to beat yours, and he does. That's inside their end zone here. Can turn this game around quickly. Fajardo's at 152 yards passing. Now he'll flip it behind. And that is wrapped up. Back to the original line of scrimmage. No further on that one. I believe it was TJ.
Yeah. Is this the first game or second? Because I know they play 3 games against the White Sox. Is this game 2 or game 3? Oh, okay. So you have 2 more games against the White Sox, and then 4 games. Yeah. If they don't win, Fajardo throws incomplete to Julian Grant, and they're going to go for a field goal. So I would say, if they don't take 2 against the White Sox and 3 of 4 against the Rays, Jays aren't going to be a buyers this year. Blanchard with a 26-yarder.
Outside the 50, this one 26 yards, no doubt about it. Edmonton leads 13-7. How do you think you've got the leg for it? Old Dutch Foods is giving one fan the chance to win $500,000 of this year's CFL West Final. Visit kicktowincontest.ca. That's kicktowincontest.ca to enter. 3.5 minutes to play in the first half.
BC's defense has some other ranking. Yeah. And neither running back has got anything. Running back, I should say. 2 in a row versus White Sox seems beyond impossible. Listen, where there's a will, there's a way. Bryce throws incomplete to McInnes. When you say Trey's beatable, are you talking about Trey Ford? Three-minute warning. What do you got for stats so far? Chase Bryce 5 for 9 for 80 yards. Doesn't seem like a hell of a whole lot. Fajardo 11 for 14, 152. But they have 3 rushing yards. That's it. That is it. 3 rushing yards. At least BC has 6. Oh, the pitcher. Yeah. He's only passed to 2 people. I'm going to say this game is going to be ugly in the second. In the second half. Now that Rourke's out.
It is the last thing you want to see in the CFL. Another quarterback going down. We break down Nathan Rourke and Chase Price's performance so far. Speaking of QBs, Trey Ford named the starter in Hamilton. We're going to chat about that as well. Plenty coming up at halftime. BC Lions first 7 possessions of this game, 4 punts, 2 interceptions, and a Horvath touchdown after big completion to
BC Lions 4 punts, 2 interceptions, and a Horvath touchdown. Bryce to Mayala for 6 yards to BC 46. And another kicking away, 3rd and 4.
The last drive we talked about cover 0, I circled everyone's on the line. There they showed cover 0 and bailed out of it. So it looked like, okay, I just got to get a quick completion off here. Not so fast, and now we're punting. I'm enjoying its play calling today.
Why did I think BC was 1 and 4? Flag on the play already. Looks like Edmonton's possibly getting a flag. Mayor punts 10 yards to the Edmonton 14. Leak holds for 14 yards to Edmonton 28. And with the hold, they go from the 14 to the 7.
They've uprooted their home base twice, and they've even made the most of home away from home. Cities in Langford and Kelowna, and talking to the guys this week, they're ready to go back to Vancouver and settle in after this game tonight here.
Next home game. So BC's home opener next weekend.
During the World Cup for the job they've done, and a win tonight against the Elks would only juice up that full card team as BC plays against the Argos next week. Now Fajardo will get it to Rankin, and Rankin will push it ahead.
Fajardo to Rankin for 17 yards, and Rankin comes alive.
Get him involved for the air. This one goes for 17 yards. Yeah, Dustin, and it's fun. Rankin hasn't gotten going yet, and you look at Coach right here, some quick games. He's a nice job lining completion. Kid Rankin. That's just like the juggernaut coming through. It doesn't take him long to get up to speed. No, it's fun. There's the juggernaut. He has a thing that he does pregame where he takes his helmet off and headbutts people on the team in the chest. Sounds like something Juggernaut would do. Here's Fajardo spinning around, dumps it off to Rankin. Rankin again. Made one man miss, and they'll drive him back, trying to get something out of nothing. We're talking about the pregame headbutting from old Rankenstein here. Oh, there you go. Helmet on. Oh, I thought it was in the chest. He's headbutting people in their helmets. I'll tell you this. Dustin, as a guy who's been there, when you have a guy who's as talented as him, look at this guy, and he starts doing stuff like this, there's an energy and craziness that is just...
Yeah, no kidding. Headbutting people with your own physical head, not helmet. Fajardo passes to Rankin for a loss of 2 yards. Bell with the tackle, so 2nd and 12.
Fajardo, Rankin again, has a little bit of space. What can he do with it? 3 BC Lions are there, and they'll wrap it
Fajardo passed to Rankin for 8 yards to the Edmonton 30. And Edmonton's punting it away. Scott says McInnes targeted 3 times with nothing. Yeah. He's only made really no big passes. Not gonna lie, Bryce kind of reminds me of Dolegala. Like Dolegala never made any big passes last week. He had very little yards. That's kind of what Bryce reminds me of. Because you got to remember, Dolegala had what, 56, maybe 80 yards at halftime last week. Julian punts for 59 yards to the BC 21. Williams returns for 9 yards to the BC 30.
Out of the backfield. That's James Butler's first target of the game. And once again, like Rankin on the other side, just 5 yards and 5 carries for Butler. So they try to get him involved in the passing game a little bit. Absolutely. Now, this will be a really fascinating play to see if they maybe hand it off. Bryce wants to throw. And there's a flag way back in the secondary. Senecal wanted the call. Was there much there?
Defensive pass interference. Edmonton number 25. This will be a 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
We'll have to see this again. It's a great play call, but Edmonton jumps it right away. I thought it was pretty clean. Maybe there's a bit of tug on the hip. So you're going to see it's man coverage. We're going to slide across here. Oh, my. We call it a slingshot. There's a grab there.
Bryce throws to Senegal. It's going to be defensive pass interference, 10 yards, up to the BC 47.
Outside of the one big play by Hatcher, Edmonton's defense has had this locked down against Bryce so far. Deep drop from Bryce. Pumping, couldn't find anything, and then throws an interception. J.J. Ross has it, and he'll take it back inside the 45. Third interception of the game from Chase Bryce. We'll have to get another look at this one to see if he got under it. I'll say this, Dustin. BC, they got to pray that this hits the ground here. I think he catches it. That angle's not going to help us much. I mean, that one makes it look like he caught it. That just can't happen at this point in the game. This will be the one right here. That's a catch. That's a catch. That didn't even look like the end of the ball. Off the ground there. Dustin, we talk about game managing, and I say this all the time. I want a quarterback that can manage a football game. I get you haven't had a good offensive half. Talking about BC now. You're only down 6 points. Even if it's incomplete there, you punt, you make it super tough. Instead, Edmonton's got a chance here to go 2 scores. The league takes a look at this because it was a turnover. Let's find out what the ruling is.
The ruling of the field stands as a catch. First down, Edmonton.
Great job by J.J. Ross to take advantage of the mistake touchdowns coming into this game. Had not yet had an interception this season. He's got a big one now. Yeah, that's a tough catch. As much as we were watching, hey, did he catch or not? Not easy to go down there and pick that thing off the ground. Pretty much already in field goal range.
Bright's interception. His third one to Ross. Returns it for 15 yards. Fajardo passes to Mac for 6 yards to BC 39.
Yeah, I guess you 1-2, boom, we get out of it. Just kind of a quick two-step speed out. Fajardo here. He's been on the ground a lot. It was a gruesome.
3 interceptions.
Don't want to see your quarterback on the ground as much as Cody's been. It's the second catch of the game.
Fajardo to Leak for 6 yards to BC 33. Edmonton should be winning this not by a lot. So let's see. Butler 5 yards. I'll get that. Rankin. That. Look at that. Fajardo. We'll get that one. One, two, yes. No. It has 5. Fajardo throws to Cypress for 7 yards to BC 26. And then he throws to Rankin for 7 yards. Bell with the tackle. Injured BC Lions on the play. Jonah Tavai.
We talked about before the game of Cody Fajardo being, I'm a big Cody Fajardo guy. What's this rant? Okay. This guy is sitting right now, 18 and 21 for a $195 in a tutty. And he's going to get no love. And I will say this as well. There's a drop in there. He's 18 and 21 with a drop, Dustin. Well, he's on pace for almost 400 yards in a game that has felt a little bit off offensively. Correct. I just, for the life of me, I do not understand why this man catches the bullets or the ricochets that he does. We all know what the Grey Cup win, okay, the end of the game touchdown. Look at this thing. This is highest completion percentage of all time. This season, Dustin. Of all time. He has no run game today. That's all right. I'll just come out here.
Oh, they go for a field goal. And he gets the field goal. 4 times. I mean, to be honest, actually, when Funfish comes back, I have a question for him.
This is one that he would definitely want back. There's just no reason to take it. You know, it's not there. It wasn't there early. It wasn't there late. They're on top of it. You don't know that Ford can run. Even if it's a full race. I think Ford can run. He's standing by right now with Tom Gazzola. Yeah, Dusty and Luke, Ford can also catch, and he had a pick in that first half. And Terrell, you guys gave up less than 100 yards of offense to the Lions there. What's clicking with you guys?
I mean, honestly, I don't matter. We're up 16 and 7. It's still a close game. So, I mean, we're doing our job defensively. Offensively, we got to be better.
Does the strategy change for you guys if it's Work or if it's Bryce?
No. Objective is to not let him score. Doesn't matter who's there.
Fair enough. Thanks, Tyrell.
Yeah, appreciate you.
All right, Tyrell Ford and the Elks up 16 to 7. Like you mentioned, send it up to Kate and the panel. All right, Bud Light at the half. This
is a new segment we have introduced where we redo the interview of what the player really meant. Milt, what's clicking out there?
We're trying to get some backup quarterback. A guy who basically never played in the CFL before.
That's exactly what Tyrell Ford wanted to say to you at home. Meanwhile, we've got ourselves a 16-7 football game. Absolutely.
You know what? After that first half from Woody Fajardo, I'd like to formally put his ballot in for the Hall of Fame. After that first half.
You know,
This will be right next to
kudos to Cody. He had 2 on 1 in the first half. The quarterbacking situation, as we know, on the opposite side, this is just not great. And look, we say this so many times, actually way too many times on this show. The one thing you just don't want in the CFL are these starting QBs going down. We've already seen it this season with Bo Levi Mitchell. Zach Clark is currently dealing with an injury as well. And now watching Nathan Rourke in that left shoulder on the very first drive of the game. And now we have Chase Bryce, who is 7 of 13. But the glaring stat in there is the 3 INTs. And the backups just right now, Milt, they're just not producing.
Yeah, and you never want to see any position on the field get hurt. But if a defensive lineman or a receiver or a DB gets hurt, a team can overcome that. But when your starting quarterback in the CFL gets hurt, that's a problem. Not only for the team, but for the CFL in general. We need our starting quarterbacks to be available because they make the game. There's no way you can win the CFL just by running the ball. You only have 3 downs. In the NFL, you can do that. You have 4 downs. But in the CFL, you have to be able to throw the ball. And if your backup quarterback can't get it done, it's a problem. It's definitely a problem. So let's hope Nathan Rourke is not out long term. And if he is, the backup, whoever it is, Salter or Price, can get it done. Because otherwise, it's definitely a problem. We can't keep losing these quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks, and think we're going to have some good football if these backup quarterbacks aren't getting the job.
Good point. Good point. If we lose our starting quarterbacks, don't be expecting good football with these backups that we have. Well, some backups that we have, I should say.
What I liked from Chase Bryce was the first play where he took the shot to Hatch. I love that because what he did, I didn't see a lot of that with Jake Delgado last week. That's why they went straight forward. There's going to be a one-on-one somewhere. And when you have that one-on-one, you got to find it and take it. And give guys a chance to make plays. That's all you can ask for as a wide receiver. Give me a chance to make plays. And I think Jake Delgado has the skills to do that in Hamilton. I just think he was holding the ball too long. And I like the fact that Chase Bryce came out there, gave Hatch a chance to do that ball. Well, he got trade forward. Yeah, but exactly. That's my next point. Is the other side of that is that, you know, sometimes these guys like getting looks they like and they make mistakes. So if you're gonna have a backup in there who doesn't have a ton of experience and you want them to take shots, which I think most, if you want to win games against good quarterback play, which is there's a lot of them in this league right now, you're gonna have to make plays down the field. But in doing that, you're gonna know that this is what's gonna happen. So look, if I'm a coach and I'm a player, I'm gonna go out and shoot. And I like the fact that Chase Bryce is gonna take those shots. Good for him. I mean, not to throw 3 picks, but I think you do have to be somewhat aggressive if you want to try to win the game.
There has to be some aggressiveness. Otherwise, you're just thrown behind the line of scrimmage, and you're always stuck in second and long. So you have to give him some opportunities, one-on-ones, heavy action. You're just throwing the ball inside to create some explosive plays. Because if you don't give quarterbacks an opportunity to, just push the ball downfield using the strength of their arms, they're going to be behind the sticks all game, and second and long is terrible for a young quarterback.
Second and long is terrible, according to.
That first interception or that deep ball post in the middle field should have never thrown it. So you got to have a trust level. What does this kid do well? What can we do? But for the BC Lions to have a chance to help a young quarterback, James Butler can't have 5 carries for 5 yards at a 1-yard average. They have to help him, give him some opportunity to help because the defense has done a pretty good job of keeping them in this game.
Well, that's what I was going to say, too. I mean, they've shut down Rankin on the ground. Once again, he's still negative 3 yards, so let's give props to the BC defense, but how long can they keep doing it? I mean, they are going to get exhausted in the second half if they're on the field the entire time. But you know what? Let's give a little more love to the BC Lions, because that's what we like to do here on the panel. It's the Bud Light easy call of the half. And look for Chase Bryce. He just throws it up, and guess who you've got down there? You've got Keon Hatcher. It is a 40-yard grab, and this is what Hatch does best. It was one of the best plays for the Lions in the first half, maybe a little more in the second.
Time to preview for tomorrow's games. Let's go, panel. Let's go, panel. Let's go, panel. Do. Oh, now we got to go to commercial. Yes, he's thrown 3 picks in 1 half. I'm surprised this game hasn't been ugly yet, to be honest. Like, I'm surprised Edmonton doesn't have like 30 points by now. I know Rankin hasn't done well. I mean, BC only had 6 rushing yards, so there's no run game tonight. Rankin has a -3, but he has 33 passing. So at least the pass game's there. And I'm sure he'll be there in the second half. I mean, he's only missed 3 passes. BC just. $12-4, get out of here. I'm taking that off my screen. So you've already given up, what is it? 16 points so far. So that puts you at 150-ish. Like, BC, man. Like, if you lose this game, who do they play next? They play Toronto at home, which is not going to be good. If you have Bryce as quarterback, that is. Good thing is if Rourke's out long term, you have a week to get whoever you plan on starting next week against Toronto. A week to prepare. Then you have Winnipeg, Hamilton. Ooh, if Rourke's out past August 8th, man, that just made things interesting. Toronto, Winnipeg, Hamilton, NBC. Then they play Calgary, then Sask. So they gotta hope that he's not out long term. Because if he's out long term beyond August, your team ain't making the playoffs. Just saying.
It is a Saturday doubleheader that kicks off in Calgary. Once again, it'll be the
Philpott Bowl 2.0.
Welcome the Alouettes to town. The Alouettes getting the better of the Stampeders last week. We'll see what happens this week. And then Saturday wraps up with the Toronto Argonauts, Chad Kelly in Hamilton to take on Trey Ford in the Hamilton Tiger Cats. No, it won't be Jake Dolegala. It will be Ford under center for the Tiger Cats. All eyes.
Okay, so they're going to say.
7-13, he had 122 yards, 1 INT. And Scott Milanovic opting to go with Trey Ford. But when you heard that that decision? What was your thoughts?
I liked it a lot because I think Trey
Lapo likes it.
Everything has to be perfect in the pass game. This is a guy, Trey Ford, who can create, obviously with his legs, explosive plays. But the other thing he can do is, a couple of years ago when he was a starter in Edmonton, they had the best deep ball passing in the Canadian Football League. You're like, why is he the best deep ball passing? Why is he scrambling around for an hour and a half and then the coverage breaks down and he creates the deep throws? So, like, there's a lot of great things in what he can do. Now,
Scott, are you talking weekly or are you talking about like season long? You're talking kickers. Give me a second. And I can pull it up.
Sometimes may be some mistakes, but you also know letting him go sometimes, as you mentioned, could be some big plays. So Scott Milanovich may be pulling out his hair sometimes, but he also may be cheering because this guy is capable of being great.
Do I have to click on the league to find?
Making some great plays. So I'm excited to see what happens. I was a little surprised. I thought they would stick with him.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe put Trey in, but I'm not mad for them.
So kicker. If he misses. So for every miss, you lose 20 points. So he should have. Let's take a look at this. So he's 3 for 4, an extra point. So he should already have 1, and he's kicked 2 here, so that's 7. And what else did he have? So there's 6, 7. 10 minus 2. So he should be at 8 points. Maybe he'll have 8 by the end of the night, but he should be at roughly about 8 points right now. Yeah, so yeah. Because you go 3, so that's 9, plus that's 10 minus 2. So you should have 8 points by right now. Did I put Ford in this one? Okay, so they're projected to get 2, but they have 10. How do they have 10? Okay, so they have a sack and a PAT. So they really have 2. Hatcher has 7 fantasy points. Like, what the heck is that garbage? Let's go to the good stuff. This one here. $28 points. Rankin's got me 16 so far as a captain. Yeah. Look at that. You pay for the cheapest defense, and it already has your 12 points.
Edmonton looking to a loss from a couple of weeks ago. Their only loss of the season. They lead 16-7 at the half. BC Lions have some work to do. Head coach Buck here standing by.
Buck, I know it's hard to lose Nathan that early in the game. How much of a wrench does that throw into the offensive game plan?
Oh yeah, just keep playing. We believe in that. We got to step up.
Yeah, you need your quarterback to step up. Is more like it.
QB experience and wisdom on your sideline. How do you talk Chase through this?
Yeah, that's what you do. You know, he's prepared. He's all right. Then, hey, guys around him just kind of need to raise their level of play as well.
Thank you, Buckers.
Nathan Rourke watches on as his BC Lions find themselves trailing. Chase Bryce 3 interceptions in the first half. And Edmonton will have the ball with the lead. And we are underway. Friday Night Football, second half action from the Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton. Javon Lee pushing it out. Hangs onto the ball. And takes it out to the 40. Cody Fajardo. Pretty good first half. And this is about putting yourself in better spots than a couple.
Okay, let's go.
Exactly. You're going to see this right here, talking to Cody before the game, talking to Mark Hill, to say this is the biggest point of emphasis. A couple of weeks ago, you see that. Second and long, 18 times. They had 20 times 0 negative yards on first down. Today, right now, they've had 4 first downs on first down.
Yeah, you should have eight
6
points.
or less 3 times, only 7 more than that. The 3 times are 6 or less.
Okay, Edmonton with the ball.
So that's staying on schedule for them.
Gotta find something on first down. Fajardo with the lead. That's the play.
Fajardo throws incomplete.
Incomplete.
Second and 10.
First down snap.
Fajardo was
I bet Casey Sales regretting leaving Hamilton.
passing in the first half of the game tonight. Pretty solid starts the half here with an incompletion.
So bad at all. Also not good for the 86% stat.
Brings it down ever so slightly. This first play ruined everything we talked about at that time. To be a second and 10 for Fajardo. And the Elks. BC sends 5. Fajardo feels the heat.
Oh, BC sacked.
Darnell Sankey.
Thank you with the sack. Helps my BC defense because my other defense is not playing this week.
Comes in, Betts runs the inside move, kind of breaks the right tackle, and they just loop right off of it. That shouldn't happen up front. You see he's in a blitzing position. He should at least have 2 guys or someone else sliding over there.
So each team has 2 sacks. BC has 2 sacks. Edmonton has 2 sacks.
It's not rocket science over here. When you have Betts and Sankey looks like he's in a rushing position. Yeah. Close line scrimmage. Protection-wise, you should be able to have something to break that up.
First sack of the season for Sankey. Had a couple of tackles for losses as well. Had an interception last time they played. And if BC is going to win this football game, their defense is going to be pretty much lights out here in the second half.
Lights out, and when your star quarterback goes down, you have to find a way somewhere. So whether it's defense getting lights out or a turnover or special teams, hey, field position, get this thing in one possession.
If I'm going to update the third quarter.
Crazy catch from Keon Hatcher, mechanics, etc.
A chance to do something on special teams right
Finally.
now for Jacob Williams.
Ooh, we got sacks for 10 yards. Julian punts for 55 yards to 26. Williams returns it for 7 yards to the BC 33.
And Chase Bryce and some turnovers in the first half of the game tonight.
Yeah, the first one was tough again. They got beat up.
Third quarter.
I don't put that on him, but these next 2, I would like him to play a little more. I don't know if conservative. I can use the term game manager. Understand it's not there. We can't force anything right now. Get after him.
Gotta get his head.
That's what they say though. When a quarterback throws a pick, somebody goes and block the QB. Go get after him a little bit.
Bryce throws incomplete to McInnes. Almost had another interception there, but it was at the player's feet.
If you're a BC Lions fan and you're watching that play right there unfold, that is something you see a lot with Nathan. What makes it so much tougher when Nathan is doing it is that he will also tuck and run the ball. So it's another option. You can hand the ball off, you can throw the snag, which is just like throw a little fiber hook, you can throw the flat, or Nathan can also run, so you have another thing to defend. Chase Bryce not so much on that last option of running. BC just 1 for 8 on second down in this game.
1 for 8 on second down. Bryce is cynical for 11 yards to the BC 44. Jackson with the tackle. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the BC 44.
That's his team high third catch of the game for 32 yards. Hatcher has a couple of catches for 59, including the big 40-yarder that set up the only touchdown of the game for the Lions. Now from the 44, they'll let that one go right to Poissant.
Poissant rushes for 5 yards to the BC 49. 2nd and 5.
And again, we're talking about game management right now, and I'm going to continue to say it, one, because I do love great managers. But right now, if you're Chase Bryce, get us a field goal. You're kind of creeping into that range, and you need a couple more first downs. But all of a sudden, if you can muster up a field goal here, get this into one possession game, it becomes anyone's game. You don't have a big run game, so second down here to me is extremely crucial.
Cebu, do not go to cebuspace.org. False spam. Bryce passes to Mayala for 6 yards. For a BC 55s for the first down.
So again, you're going to see this. Everyone's coming, so we're going to cover zero again. Look at everybody. It's a great job when you replace the blitzer with the ball. So I don't mind if there's a free hitter on this cover zero look. It's an outbreaking route. I'm sending this forward against cover zero, but it's inside leverage. You want to find that outbreaking route. Bryce does, and all of a sudden, maybe that halftime's kind of cleared his mind a little bit. Looked pretty sharp for this first drive. This is the longest drive.
Watch, he throws an interception. Well, Butler rushes for loss of 2 yards. 2nd and 12. DeBlanco with the tackle.
Yeah, and you look at this. I'll say this. It's tough. It's very, very tough when coming and back up Nathan Rourke. And then when your star running back has 6 attempts or 4 total yards, you're certainly not helping Chase at all. Butler basically did what he wanted. That means Edmonton didn't go on. Now he's going to pop out into the slot to the right for Bryce. It'll be empty for the quarterback. Gets that one away.
And another interception. It's his 4th interception. Edmonton and BC had 5 interceptions between the two, and he's thrown for 4. I mean, at this point, you got to put your other quarterback in. Like, this is getting ridiculous.
just happened.
Yeah, that's if you watch this here. So here's the first down line. And every single BC guy's running a deep sit, which is basically get to the first down and sit it down. But what Chase Bryce needs to realize here is that there's only a 4-man rush, which means that all 3 linebackers will be sitting underneath. So it's not a great play call. You can give the chest match to Edmonton on that, but your only option becomes outside. Because you're going to have guys like Logan fall underneath and take it off.
Now they'll get it out to Leakey's wrapped up, maybe a yard on the play. That is the 20th turnover created by the Edmonton defense this year. Tops in the league. They were first in the league coming in with 16. They tacked on 4 more here. And we're just early in the third quarter.
Yeah, it just seems like they're 1 step ahead. You know, speed-wise, but also from a play calling standpoint. That would have been a great play call, offensive play call versus cover 0, but not against an 8-man zone drop.
Checking it in for Fajardo. Pressure in his face. Had to move it quickly.
Fajardo passes to Rankin for a 2-yard loss. To Edmonton 53. Kent Jr. with the tackle.
Julian will have to come out and kick this away for Edmonton.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Fajardo passes incomplete to Julian Grant to the BC 48.
One side, they breathe.
And they go to kick the punt.
That's how you have a first.
So this is the thing.
Does see it, tries to get the ball out that way, but clearly not on
This could be a lot worse if Edmonton would have gotten points on every turnover. Jake Julian punts for 54 yards to the BC 3. Williams returns for 14 yards to the BC 17. DeBlanco with the tackle.
Lays it out there from about his own 47. It's a 50-yard kick. And the return just outside the 15. They're going to pull him down. He got up and kept going, but they blowing him down just outside the 15-yard line. Cody Fajardo, pretty good game so far, but they got to him that time.
Five missed passes. Ooh, what did I say? They said 274, and I said less. So that means I can't have Fajardo get 75 points. Jake Julian punts for 50 yards to the BC 3. Williams returns it for 14 yards to the BC 17.
Welcome back to Cumberland Stadium. Edmonton, Jaden Williams on the return there. Didn't think he was down. We'll give him bonus points for athleticism here. How about this one?
Yeah. Look at this spin. Nothing touches but his head. Wrist stays up. Shoulder doesn't hit. I might,
Hear him wait and say, no, I wasn't down.
yeah, and I get it. You know, you got that big helmet on. You're not thinking of your actual head. You're always thinking, hey, don't put the forearm or the.
That's Dennis McKnight, the new special teams coordinator for the Lions. Brought in after a rocky start for their special teams this season. Go back to Butler here, and nothing on either side. This
Butler rushes for 1 yard to the BC 18.
have done nothing on the ground in this football game.
Yeah, it is really strange in that sense. But what I don't understand here is this is your strong side linebacker that is unblocked. So as an offensive guy, you know, Dustin, you learn I love offensive ball. If you want to talk about bad ball, you may steam. when you don't block the Sam linebacker, you're running in that direction.
Butlerworth 4 rushing yards, ranking with -2. Bryce throws incomplete to Butler.
They got a yard out of it. 2nd and 9. Bryce goes over the middle. And that one looked like Butler wasn't ready for it. Caught him off guard. And he couldn't hold
And
it.
it's going to be another punt.
Tough one because Bryce sees it. They bring some pressure here.
10 for 19.
And he replaces the blitzer with the ball. And like you said, it looked like Butler wasn't expecting that football to be thrown to him.
That doesn't help Bryce. He's 10 of 19 for 115 and 4 interceptions. And good field position looming here for the home side. As Javon Lee stands on his own 45. This kick, though, is a good one. A very good one. That'll back him up. 62-yard kick. Peek on the far sideline. Tiptoe on the line. And steps out of bounds on the far side of the field. As Friday Night Football rolls on from Edmonton. There's no doubt about it that football runs in the family for Jackson Finley. For more on this, let's send it down to Tom Gazzola.
Yeah, his CFL roots run deep, like really deep. Get this, guys. Jackson Finley's great-grandfather, Stephen, played for the Ticats in the 1935 Grey Cup. His grandpa, Greg, was an all-star with the Lions, won a Grey Cup with the Lions in 1964. His dad, Anthony, and his uncle, Brooks, also played in the league. Brooks with the Lions as well, and now in his second year, he's following in the footsteps of his football forefathers. He said he's got to dream big to do it. He's also dreaming big off the field. You guys, Dusty, you asked, what are you doing? What are you trying to get into? Pediatric medicine in his off time, guys. That's very impressive, and who knows, maybe in 20, 25 years, we're talking about the 5th generation of Finley in the CFL.
Big Western football guy. Well, it's kind of fun talking about a brother that played at Western, a little older than Jackson. He said, really felt like Western and Paul Gleason, their defensive coordinator, prepared him to have this early success that he's had. So, big Western football.
Drafted just last
Rankin rushes for a 4-yard loss. So it's 2nd and 14.
BC Lions got everybody on him. Finley's been involved a little bit in stopping that run game tonight as well. But yeah, drafted 16th overall in 2025. And now sitting here, we asked him this week, I said, who's your biggest influence? Like, who's the guy you can lean on a little bit? And he said TJ Lee. And I'm not sure you can have a better guy to lean on than a 12-year vet.
I was just going to say, 12 years, you've seen a lot of things in this league.
That helps a guy who's just establishing himself as a starter on this Lions defense. 2nd and 14, another one of those second and
Fajardo passes to Mac, but it's roughing the passer, Cherry. So they go from the 35 to the 50 and a first down.
back by Cody.
BC number 91, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Nathan Sherry, the guilty party on this one.
Yeah, he does a nice job getting in there. You see him rip through. Does it?
Go ahead.
I think he's hit worse today. I'll say that.
I would agree with that.
There's Finley. Nice job there on Max.
Fajardo throws incomplete to Julian Grant. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 at the Edmonton 40 or 50-yard line.
That one in the direction
say this, Cody, and obviously on that big Cody Fajardo ran. I think he was 18-21 to end the half. He's currently sitting 19 for 25. It's been tough. They've been all sorts out of sorts these first couple drives here. They look discombobulated times on different pages, which has been weird because they have not looked like that in the first half whatsoever. They're in second and long again.
Does all night long. This time, 2nd and 10. He'll go to Rankin. Rankin gets a block, and he's got a first down. That's where he's
Fajardo passes to Rankin for 13 yards to the BC 47. McKenna with the tackle. First down, Elks.
Yeah, it's such a backbreaker here because this is not exactly what you're trying to get done. So we're just going to see a little kind of bubble called swing out of Rankin. He's actually in protection, so I know he leaves right away because it's only a 4-man rush. So he's looking at the blitzer, nobody comes. We just get up, give an option. It's 2nd and 10. Or Mike Van Bees, the defensive coordinator, you're expecting you can rally, tackle, a swing.
Fajardo. This time comes the other way. And staying on his feet, Cephas eventually they'll take him down, but that extra effort puts him in a 2nd and short situation.
This is a very cool play design, so they're going to try and fake the swing this time to Rankin to the right, come back to a tunnel screen. But I'll say this, McKenna had a great shot to blow the whole play up and just miss the tackle.
Fajardo passes to Cephas for 9 yards. Carter O'Donnell is the injured Elk, which is the left guard.
That being Edmonton, Coach Madison, the offensive coordinator, kind of find creative ways to get yards.
Carter O'Donnell, we believe, is down on the field here. As they take a look at him, we'll step away from Commonwealth.
I will be right back. I am going to go use bathrooms. I'm going to pick this up. Come on. There we go.
The World Cup continues with third-place matches. France takes on England tomorrow at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. Watch live on TSN only.
Yes, I'm not a big soccer guy, but could you imagine if that was before the World Cup? France, England.
Oh, man. Like, that's for third place, but neither of those nations want to lose the other one, so it should be good. Carter O'Donnell to the tent. Got up, walked off on his own, which is a good sign, but he slides into the tent. Chris Mashua, 6'3", 314 out of the University of Calgary, slides in at the left guard position. 2nd and 1, and they will give it to Rankin in the short yardage. I don't think he got it. It'll be close. I think it'll be 3rd and inches here.
That is the one bright spot to take your BC Lions fan right now. I mean, even on short yardage, you're having a hard time getting the Elks. And this run defense is special.
This time it's Fajardo, does it himself, and he'll pick up the first down for Edmonton as they drive the field here with 3.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
That's not a bad potential.
Rankin rushes for 1 yard. So it's not going to be enough, so it's 3rd and short. And Fajardo rushes for 2 yards to the BC 35. Fajardo passes to Mac for 18 yards to the BC 17. TJ Lee with the tackle, so it's going to be a first down, Elks.
Outside, Cody Fajardo talked about that earlier in the week. Yeah, I love having Austin Mack in one-on-one situations. He's taking that every time. Mack wins on a slant route. Next 18-yard completion. It's in 29 in the game. Bit of a quiet game from Austin Mack. Lions are going to bring a little bit of pressure. Cody drops off.
Fajardo throws incomplete for TJ Luther. 2nd and 10.
Area here, okay? But we want that on purpose. Again, you've got the perfect play call. You just got to float that ball a little more, and Luther's off and run. You can see he knows he missed it. A little bit more air on it, right? Yeah.
Thomas Oliver III injured on the play.
Get a little kind of play action. If he puts a little air, especially a guy like Luther, he's going to catch that thing and get rolling.
Thomas Oliver down. Looks like they're stretching him out. Maybe a little bit of a cramp. He was a pick of the Carolina Panthers, a 7th rounder a few years back now. The Detroit minicamp in 24. Out of Florida International. Trying to lock down a job here in the corner for the Lions. Got some ice on the leg.
Looks like Connor O'Donnell's done for the night.
They've already had some injuries on the offensive line. Missing
with an ice pack and that on his knee.
Now O'Donnell out for at least a little bit here as he's getting iced up.
Yeah, we mentioned it early in the first quarter, but Carter O'Donnell was 6th in the league with the lowest pressure rating allowed, only 2.7. He's really been great this season.
Cody Fajardo sacked coming into the game just 6 times this year. He's been sacked a couple of times in this one. 2nd and 10. This drive alive. And a flag
Offside on Edmonton.
as the ball was snapped. Procedure. Edmonton number 53. 5-yard penalty. It remains 2nd down. Brendan Bordner, the left tackle.
Brendan Bordner with the offside.
Yeah, and that's going to be, you're going to see it happen right here. But the key is, look who he's going against. You know, Betts, we talked about, he's been really jumping the snap count. He's been getting speed rushes. So that's what happens. As the game goes on, you're like, hey, he's jumping our tapes. I'm going to try and get a split second early. And you're just too soon and cost your team 5 yards.
Fajardo passes to Cephas for 13 yards to the BC 9. Or Cephas. Not Cephas, Cephas. 3rd and 2.
Just inside the 10.
So this is decision time right now, especially because you have it. We got enough yards where and I don't think it looks like they're moving on the field goal team. To me, on 3rd down here, we at least try and draw them offside. You'll come out here, make some fake calls, take the 5-yard penalty, field goal post at the front of the end zone. It's a chip shot, whether you're on the 7 or the 12, you're expected to make that kick.
Blanchard kicks a 16-yard field goal.
You got Rankin lurking around back there. They're a little bit worried.
Little eye candy motion on it, you know.
Now it's 16-yard attempts. And they knock it through. The lead grows to 12 for Edmonton, trying to do something they haven't done very often against BC. That is win a football game. They are 1-12 in their last 13 versus the Lions. Buck Pierce is a perfect 4-0 in his head coaching career against Edmonton. Here's a look at the last 4 games between the two clubs.
I got a feeling that this might be in a bit of trouble. This record could be going down. There's only 12-point lead, so lots of time left.
Bryce Horvath for 19 yards to the BC or Edmonton 51. Gardens with the tackle.
Shovel pass, and it's the perfect play call because they bring a blitz. It's Logan Jr., the Sam linebacker comes. So you're going to see Logan Jr. right here shoot this thing, and it looks like it's going to be a big play, but then we slide across with Horvath. See Horvath slide across. There's a shovel, and it's an explosive run play. So in a game where you struggle to run the football regularly, but Pierce does a little shovel pass, and it certainly works. Went for 19 yards, first and 10 from the Edmonton 51.
Horvath rushes for 5 yards to Edmonton 46, so it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Compared to Butler, this guy is 6'3", 230 pounds, and he already has multiple touchdowns both through the air and on the ground this season. Yeah, and I can see why they're going to that. It's been a bit more of a physical contest, just kind of hoping to get first through there. And we talked about it a lot, but he was in second in manageable situations. Horvath stands in to the left of Bryce. Keon Hatcher at the top of your screen. No catches in the game yet for Justin Apiss. Bryce throwing. And Senegal puts on the Bryce, puts it ahead, and it's a first down.
Bryce to Cynical for 8 yards to Edmonton 38. Jackson with the tackle. So that's going to end the third quarter as Edmonton's 19-7, down by 12. I've been summoned to find a specific photo. Now I just have to find it. Where the heck is it? I think it was last season. Yeah, it would have been last season.
Fourth quarter action coming up here in Edmonton. It's the Elks leading the Lions by an even dozen, and they've got 13 points on turnovers in this game. Yeah, Dustin, and I know I'll continue to talk about this being a game manager, but I'd like you to do me a favor. If you're ever in an argument with a friend and you're talking about quarterback and you use the term game manager, and they say it's disparaging, I want you to just
Come on, where's the photo?
know anything about football. I want you to be very blunt about it, because that stat shows you these turnovers are all avoidable, minus the first one. This game would be a completely different situation if you weren't forcing the ball down the field as far as BC goes. That forced pass late in the quarter that led to points, and now you're sitting here and you're down 12. What really, you should be in a one possession game. So you're going to do me that favor, though, right? I will. I'm going to find a friend. Yeah. And I'm going to hit them up. Yeah. And I'm going to consider, you don't know football. Exactly. Exactly. Just like, you know nothing. I would encourage viewers across the country to do the same. Let's see how it goes. Start the you know nothing about football movement. Here's Bryce, so he's in trouble, but he escapes. Now he's on the run to his right. Looks down the field, finds a man. They'll track him down, try to get to the
Bryce throws to Cynical for 22 yards to the Edmonton 16. Ross with the tackle. So this is actually fourth quarter.
Edmonton's on it. They clamp this thing down. So Bryce like, man, we tried to play action. We got a bunch of blockers in here. What do I do now? I just make a play. It's completely off schedule. That's a tremendous job right there. Getting out of a play that was not open whatsoever.
Bryce throws to McInnes for 5 yards to Edmonton 11. Ross with the tackle. 2nd and 5.
He's heating up. Maybe it's a fourth-quarter guy. And I'll say this, it's not easy to throw when you have Malik Carney chasing you down. So he says, oh, can I spiral? Maybe he's a lefty. Look at this guy. That's pretty sweet. Keeps him in 2nd and medium here.
Bryce throws to Hatcher for 11 yards for a touchdown. First touchdown for Hatcher of the season. That's crazy.
It's a great corner out by Hatcher. Again, you're going to see Bryce sees it, watch his head. He knows exactly where he's trying to go. Ball's a little inside, but Hatcher does such a great job. He's been this way forever. Where you make that RP somehow. When I say he plays big, that's
down by 5. All they need is another touchdown to win. Can BC pull off the comeback in 13 minutes?
Smooths it through, and the BC Lions aren't going anywhere. A Bryce drive that they simply had to have.
Now that would be funny if BC won with the backup quarterback and he throws 4 interceptions. Who would have thought? Did I get sun on my nose? It's like I have dry skin on the tip of my nose and it's bothering me. Friday night football tonight.
Six-play, 70-yard drive that took just over 3 minutes for Chase Bryce. You want to talk about grit? He obviously has had the greatest game thus far, but he makes a massive play here, getting out of the play, scrambling out of a huge explosive game. Then he comes right back and says, listen, I can make my plays right-handed or left-handed, a little spiral action. And then he reads this thing right. It's a good route by Keon Hatcher, gets the ball in a good spot where he can make a great play on it. And all of a sudden, it's been a bit of a sleepy game at times. It's become a 5-point game with under 13 to go.
Since his last interception, 5 of 6. For a touchdown, now a little bit of a bobble.
Mayer kicks it off to the 75 yards to Edmonton 5. Knight returns it for 14 yards to Edmonton 19. Finley with the tackle.
Edmonton team that hasn't done much offensively in the second half of this football game. And they just look all out of sorts. Even the special teams said very good special teams unit. They have a miscommunication right there. But I'll say this, Dustin, you know I'm a big Cody guy. These are the kind of games where Cody always comes up big. These pretty kind of greasy games like 5-point lead, fourth quarter. Let's see what this man Cody Fajardo can get done.
Fajardo rushes for 9 yards to the Edmonton 28, 2nd and 1.
And a touchdown in this one. He's going to take it himself this time on the run, looking for the 25. And he'll end up being pushed out at the 28. It goes for 9 yards, 2nd and short.
Could be wrong, but I think he's their leading rusher now.
Actually, I earlier said you're not a mathematician, but you're right. He is their leading rusher.
It's their leading rusher with that bad boy right there. Just a little inside.
With that 9-yard rush, Fajardo is their leading rusher for the night. That's sad. Schneider rushes for 1 yard to the Edmonton 29. Sankey with the tackle, so it's going to be a first down, Elks.
Cody Fajardo, throughout the course of his career, been a dual threat guy, and he needs one more rushing touchdown to join the 150 club.
Can we look at this more? Can we just look at some of the names? Oh, the boy, I'm going to have a rant.
It's okay.
I'm going to have a rant again.
It's all right. David Allen, Matt Dunnigan, Henry Burrs, Doug Flutie, Tracy Hand, Gary Joseph, Mike O'Reilly, and Cody Fajardo, one rushing touchdown away from joining that league group.
Yeah, that's some pretty special names. Again, I know I'm all over this guy, Cody, but stats don't lie.
This one is deflected. They still
Oh, turnover. BC's ball. Spatney with the recover. It's a Fajardo passes to Luther for 10-yard loss to the Edmonton 19. Fumbled by Luther. Forced by McInnes, and Spatney recovers at the Edmonton 19.
The ball's tipped, but then caught. And I was hoping it was going to be the Bruce Lee 6-inch punt, which you know I love, but I think it's just your hand on the ball. You put your hand on
Bryce passes to Mayala for 7 yards to Edmonton 12. Is BC going to take the lead?
It's a little shocking based on how this first half went, even in the third quarter. But we talked about it, Dustin. When you get in that one possession, all it takes is one play, and this game flips on its head.
Bryce playing with confidence here after throwing that fourth interception,
Bryce throws incomplete.
giving his team a chance.
Chip Passant. So it's 3rd and 3.
Second and 3. Butler stands in behind his quarterback. He'll take the handoff. Bryce right over the middle. Almost intercepted. Almost threw a fit. It was Cornell Jackson who got a little turned around in the back of the end zone. And in the end, it's incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he sees here. So as we roll this thing, it's a bit of a. He's got him early, but I don't even know how to dissect that. I don't know why the ball would be thrown in that general area on that route. It's not a play you can put the back shoulder. You either need to rip it in there right away, kind of right out of the break, or potentially blow it over its head over a backline catch. That one's got me.
Oh, here comes Sean White for another field goal.
Out of sorts. I'll say I'm flabbergasted. That's a great adjective. Friday Night Football.
19-yard field goal. And it's good. Moves within 2.
We've got a 2-point game on Friday Night Football to kick off Week 7 in the Canadian Football League. Bryce missing his man.
What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Did BC just get a second life? Sean White kicks a 19-yard field goal, but Edmonton gets a face mask. So does that not count now? That will be interesting. So it's going to be a first down. But where do they put the ball is the question. Oh, okay. So it's still field goal. They just probably did the wrong thing. So they did. So he did get a face mask penalty. I'm not changing it until. Wow, they get a second life. They get a second life.
Just happened, and that's why the Elks are now starting on the 25 and not the 40.
Okay, so they start on the 25. Okay. Fajardo to Grant is incomplete. So second and 10 on the Edmonton 25.
You come out here, you get a nice stop off to the turnover, force a field goal, and then you give up a free 15 yards the other way on a face mask. We're dropping balls. The offense looks completely out of sync. It has been such a strange start difference in the first half. Ron Lee stands in to the left of Fajardo. BC's going to bring some pressure. Cody gets it away. And punching ahead. That looks like enough for a first down from Austin Mack. That's a playmaker.
Fajardo to Mack for 10 yards. So it's going to be a first down, Edmonton.
Cody sees it, and right there, that extra effort is the first down. What a tremendous job by that. Well, they got me on that. I thought they were bringing the house. Little six-man pressure zone.
Bringing down the house. Bringing down the house. Fajardo to Leak for 19 yards to the Edmonton 54. Finley with the tackle. Oh. Leaks limping off.
He's had just 5 carries in this game. They've gone for minus 6 yards. I don't give it to him at the end. A couple of yards. I'm on to that little less. We'll hold a couple this year. Gets a few yards, and it'll be second and about 7, maybe 8. There are a few positive run plays he's had. Again, like Ben Beatties is just the run defense has been great all year, but they have bottled up Justin Rankin. It sounds crazy, Luke, but that's his longest play of the night. Yeah. Right? Like on the ground. That is Rankin's longest rush of the night. Here's a look at maybe why. I mean, Edmonton runs the ball better than anybody in the league. But BC has stopped the run better than anybody in the league. And right now, tonight, BC's winning this battle. Yeah, I believe including all the short yard stuff, I think Edmonton has 15 total yards. I think my math might be a little bit. I got the live stats. Might be. The live stats could be slightly not so loud.
BC has 10 rushing yards. Edmonton has 15.
defense keeping this team in this game tonight when in the first half their offense was basically stuck in neutral. In fact, it was probably hurting them more than anything.
And you tip your cap. I always like kind of a good revenge moment. There's a lot of pundits, I'll call them pundits, Dusty, that were tough on Mike Benavides after a couple weeks. And certainly got to be kind of on the back tonight if you're a BC Lions fan.
BC Lions defense, first in the league, defending against the run. But they've not been able to get much pressure. Just 4 sacks on the season. However, they do have a couple tonight, 2nd and 8 for Fajardo. Looks like BC jumped the gun here. Fajardo has a completion. Nice move, pushing it in, and that'll be a first down back to Cephas. And Cephas is having the best game of his young CFL career.
Fajardo passes to Cephas for a first down, but there's a flag on the play. Ooh, Edmonton number 3 is offside.
It remains 2nd down. So this is going to go against Austin Mack the other way.
We're watching, he's at the bottom of the screen here. He looks like he's lined up offside. And he goes. That's a tough one because you got the first down there. Veteran guy.
9 penalties for 87 yards for Edmonton. So 2nd and 13 at the Edmonton 53.
We'll see here. We're being told that the league's taking a look at it. Because there's a member of the BC, that's what I thought. BC Lions,
Yes.
edge rusher, jumped early. And now we're being told the league's taking a look at it to see if maybe these are offsetting penalties here.
We're going to kind of look at the top kind of, I think it's right here is what we're
On the
thinking.
previous play, there were 2 fouls. Offside.
That's the most blatant penalty I've seen. I don't know what it is.
On the previous play, there were 2 fouls. Offside. Edmonton number 3. Defensive offside. BC number 9. We're going to replay 2nd down from the previous line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
Dustin, you saw it.
I thought that was what the penalty was. I didn't see the back part of it.
But that was clearly offside as well. I mean, both penalties were legit.
So, yada, yada, yada. It's 2nd and 8.
We're going to move back.
2nd and 8 from the BC 52 with those 2 offsetting penalties.
Waiting in the gun. Make it to his left. That is
Batted
batted down
down
by Williams.
by Williams, so it's gonna be 3rd and 8 from the
The play before, so a little redemption there.
Edmonton 52.
Yeah, you're going to see him at the top of the screen right here. And they're bringing everybody. Rankin takes the inside guy.
So 6:58.
And that is
Oh.
the 3-hitter, as I would call it. Williams does a good job getting his hands up.
Hi Key, hi Lane, enjoy your Boston pizza out in the falls. Ah. Edmonton punts the ball all the way down to the 4-yard line. Do 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 do. Bum 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 do 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 do. So Julian punts 48 yards to the BC 4. Jackson returns it for 2 yards to the BC 6. 6:23 left. Can BC run it down to the Edmonton end and kick a game-winning field goal? It's possible. It is possible. You know what? Ooh. Okay. I'll have to save that for postgame. Just found out something interesting. If everything pays off. Mm-mm.
It was the dog days of summer night here at Commonwealth, and there are dogs all over the stadium. They're having the time of their life. They really are. Are you a big dog guy? Had dogs on our farm as a kid, yeah, but not since. But I do prefer dogs to cats. I know that frustrates some people. That's just my hot take on that. I'm not that. I know it sounds a bit absurd, but I'm not a big animal guy. I don't prefer any of them. Not that I have anything against animals. I just never kind of grew up with them. Now the dogs here, though, I've had a wonderful time.
Bryce throws Moyella for 7 yards to BC 13.
Just over 6 minutes to go. This drive starts up at 5 for the BC Lions and a quick hitter
So 2nd and 3.
on the out to Moyella. I'll tell you what I do like right now. If you're a CFL fan or an Edmonton fan, the side opposite of the camera, which is right in front of us, is decently filled tonight. It's pretty good tonight in Edmonton. And they're getting pretty loud right now. They're getting pretty loud. Trying to get behind this defense. Some storms. Are we up there? I think we're up there. At the top of your screen, everybody. There we are. Thanks for joining us. This is a 2nd and 3. They'll move Horvath up. Trying to push him over the top. Pushing it ahead.
Horvath rushes for 2 yards to the BC 15. So there's short one.
It's going to be 3rd down. Dustin, help me out. What am I missing? And to be honest with you, man, I don't know what that was. A long 3. I guess, they got enough to do it again, but. Yeah, this was not. This was 3 yards. And this is trying to push it ahead. Now I guess they'll do it again. And it's a long run here.
Ooh, they're going for it on the 15-yard line.
Trying to push it ahead, goes over the top and breaks through. Would not be denied, and it's a 1st down for the BC Lions.
That's a risky 1st down.
He got stopped for second effort and 3rd effort on top of that. Shades of Tommy Stevens. With the Riders there. He's the GOAT at this right now. Look, big hit there, stays up. There's your 3rd effort. The Tommy Stevens, Mark Mueller 4-minute offense is really spectacular to watch. Taking the lead by storm. Yeah, I really enjoy what they're doing.
Bryce throws incomplete to Moyella. What would have been the BC 29.
To kill this game, they're trying to keep it alive, trailing by a couple. Just over 4 to go. Elks in for Bryce gets it away, and that is incomplete. J.J. Ross had a beat on that one, but couldn't get there. Dustin, forgive me here. There's just, because of the 4 interceptions, it felt like there was going to be potentially number 5. I'm just not sure what we're seeing here. Again, that Sam a little bit late. It's not a great run.
Bryce throws incomplete to Senecal to the BC 23. This could be game right here. Less than 3 minutes and 40 seconds left.
So this is where we're looking. Top of the screen here, just kind of a sit route. 5-yard hitch, kind of floating in there. We're sitting on it.
BC's challenging the ruling on the play for defensive pass interference.
I only bring this up because we've seen this a couple of times over the last few weeks. And I think the results have actually both gone in opposite directions. So we'll see how this one plays out. Some of the stuff gets so gray for me. This is one of those, right?
BC's challenging the previous play. They believe there was defensive pass interference on their receiver number 29. The play will be reviewed.
We'll give you a few more looks at this. Like, it looks clean from that side, but on this view here, to me, it looks like there was contact a little bit early. Yes. How much did it stop him from still being able to catch the ball anyway? Like I said, the last couple of weeks, we've seen a couple of these similar plays, and I believe one was said that it was pass interference, and the other one they said it wasn't. What's funny is I think Ross was expecting the ball to be thrown inside, and it's inaccurate that it could jam him up. Let's get the call.
Upon review by the replay center, defensive pass.
Ooh, defensive pass interference.
Number 29, a 10-yard penalty.
Keeps the drive alive.
3.5 minutes to go. BC down.
Edmonton fans do not like that.
Fresh set of downs after the challenge successful for Buck Pierce. Yeah, that's a pretty big break there. Even getting 10 yards. So you need to get in the field goal range, right? That's Bryce goes over the middle. He's got Hatcher, and that should be enough for another BC first down.
Bryce the Hatcher for 11 yards to the BC 39.
Into the hands of Hatcher. That puts him over 80 on the night. And that will bring us
To a 3-minute warning.
3-minute warning here in the fourth quarter. As the
So what's White's longest field goal?
Sean White trailing by 2 to the Elks in Edmonton on Friday Night Football.
Okay, so his best is 53. So then that means if it's 7, we are looking. Nope. 46-yard line would be where they would need to get. So yeah, 39, 49, half, and then 50. So they would need at least 40 more yards in 3 minutes to get field goal range.
There's former Edmonton kicker Sean White in his old stomping grounds, warming up on the sideline. There would project to have to get to about 48. His career long is 55. His long this season, though,
Oh, his career's 55.
has not attempted a field goal from outside of 50 yet this year.
So he would need 48
To keep in mind,
yard line.
thus far the ball has definitely not jumped off the foot on some of the extra points.
Bryce throws to Passant for 1 yard to the BC 40.
Lions have outscored the Elks
2nd and 9.
here in the fourth quarter. Bryce gets it away. First tackle doesn't work. Second one will come in and help as Poisson is wrapped up after a gain of about a yard. This next play here is where Chase Bryce can kind of change an error of how he played. Obviously, you're under 3 minutes. You're down to your at your own 40, and it's 2nd and 9 now. He moment and lead a field goal drive. Those 4 picks get forgotten very quickly. Now all they care about is the one.
Bryce throws incomplete to McInnes. So this is going to come down to this play, 3rd and 9.
Second and 9 for Bryce. Elks will set 5. Goes right over the middle and it's broken up. Was looking for McInnes who wants a flag. Not gonna get it. Cornell Jackson locking him up. I'll say this, Dustin. We talked about McGee and gave him Cornell Jackson, the second league at lowest completion percentage. This is man coverage. So you see McInnes here's number 18. He's going against Cornell. Like, that's not a PI. There's no world where that's a PI.
BC's challenging the rule in the play.
But you gotta know matchups. The motion should have told you was man coverage. They're challenging it. I don't know about this challenge.
They're going to roll this back for a PI challenge, too. Buck's going to say, grab his shirt. We'll have to get a look at it much, much closer.
And again, talk about this being a student of the game. When you see man coverage, I'm just not going after.
He is challenging the previous play for defensive pass interference.
The play will be reviewed. You're not attacking Cornell Jackson.
He's second in the league now. No, there's no one. Like, I get that there's a small jersey, at least for me. McInnes initiates the original contact.
Looking at it from this way, you would not know if he grabbed that jersey or not. You know, like, it did not impact McInnes in any fashion.
And that's the thing. Even with the jersey, like on the earlier one, there was an impact, or I'd say a slingshot. Like sometimes the defenders look at slick and they grab the hip. You can clearly see the body move. McInnes there is not affected.
Just one catch in this game for McInnes. Here's the call. It's a big one.
Upon review, the ruling on the field stands. BC is charged a timeout, and they're on the challenge.
3rd down.
3rd down.
Cornell Jackson loves it.
Play stands.
And Sean White will have to wait. The Lions will kick this away and play defense with 2.5.
Ooh, they're going to kick it away and play for 2.5 minutes.
Javon Lee lurking back at his own 20. Meyer gets it away cleanly. Leads back up to his 15. 54-yard kick. Goes up and is taken.
So he's at the 24-yard line, 25-yard line.
And Justin Rankin has had the ball on the ground 6 times in this game. They've stopped him. Do you think they should have stuck with him a little bit more? Just not getting anything. Try something else.
Yeah, I think just because twice against his team, try something else. That's what I'll say right now.
Edmonton is 3-0 when deciding under the last 3 minutes.
Easy completions, high percentage throws, and obviously running the football and ball security. Snap the ball.
Rankin has 6 carries for -4 yards. Rankin rushes for 13 yards to the Edmonton 38.
Initial contact in the backfield, but he breaks it. Pushing it in hand, still going. And then it's a first down. His longest run of the night. And it was not an easy one, was it?
This is crazy. This is crazy. I know the numbers haven't been. This should have been a TFL tackle for loss. There's one guy. There's 2. Okay, we're still bouncing around. Look at that shake. Got him. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? You're Mike Benavides. You got to scratch your head like you're joking. You could have 2nd and long, get the ball back eventually. Instead, it's 1st and 10. And you're moving.
Fajardo passes incomplete to Cyphus. 2nd and 10.
I can make people miss on a field this large, and that's what he just did. Now Fajardo throws it. That one misses. Cephas, Cody knows it. It was behind him. Cephas reached back, and now it's a 2nd and 10 with a minute 50 left.
It's a massive miss.
This is going to be a big play here. Minute 50 left. 2nd and 10.
Okay, little play action to Rankin. This is
That means if this goes incomplete, Fajardo's kicking it, or Edmonton's kicking it back to BC.
It's a short play clock, but in games like this, every second matters still. I don't care, it's only 20 seconds. Trust me when I say that thing's ticking.
That's a first down if he puts that ball just ahead of him. Instead, it's a 2nd and 10. Pressure Fajardo's face, hammered as he throws. There's a complete
But it will not be a first down, and Fajardo is almost sacked.
Edmonton will have to kick it away with lots of time left on this clock.
Yeah, and we're going to watch Betts here just absolutely cool. Here he is right there. It's a one-on-one matchup. We take a little outside rush, slide underneath. 1-2 reach. Gonna swipe the hands there. You just,
So a minute 44 left.
put this game away. And you have a drop and you lose it 1-on-1. Right tackle and you're punting the ball. You're relying on your defense here once again.
Julian punts at 45 yards to BC 22.
Have not been able to finish off these Lions just yet. This kick will bounce at the 30. And then roll down inside the 25. It's a 44-yard kick. And Chase Bryce gets the ball back with 96 seconds on the clock.
96 seconds left on the clock. So what Chase Bryce can do.
19 of 31 for 206 yards, a touchdown, and 4 interceptions. Edmonton's defense praised by my partner Luke here tonight. JC shared some really good things.
I was just thinking, how does JC play this now? Does he break heat? Does he sit back? Obviously, get up with Sean Blake being the kicker for BC. It's a long way to go. So
Bryce sacked for 4 yards to the BC 18.
They need about 43 yards to get in field goal range for a long shot right attempt. That won't help. Edmonton's got Bryce, and they will take him down. Malik Carney, his first sack. As an Elk couldn't have come at a better time.
And Dustin, he's at the top here. He's just working one-on-one against Allen, and he wins. And you saw this guy last year for the Riders. He's obviously Grey Cup champion, little bull run.
Bryce passes to McInnes for 20 yards to the BC 20 or 38. DeBlanco with the tackle.
That's why you go get a guy like Malik Carney in the offseason for moments like that.
Team leading 16 quarterback pressures coming into the game. Didn't have a sack. Has one now. Here's Bryce. Down the field. Finds McInnes. First down, BC. And Bryce gets it done. Silences the crowd here at Commonwealth. It goes for 19.
That was shot.
Fox, the injured player on the field.
You know, tip your cap to Bryce, but also McInnes here coming back to this ball. Got to get underneath the Blanco. And
We got some action here on the man line. What? We've got an injured health defender. Second time in the game that Damari Fox has been down. And they're going to stretch him out before helping him up and take him off field. Let's get a start to look at that last Chase Bryce completion is 20th.
Play caller puts 3 seconds back on the clock, so a minute 8.
Just the second catch of the night for McInnes on 8 targets. Ended up going for a total of 20 yards. But it keeps him alive.
yeah, that was nothing too wild as far as the route goes, but the concept opened up. Bryce hit it on time. 50-yard line is Dustin. Or Buck Pearson feel comfortable having a shot point here. Not like that. So
I know the career long 55s were say target line 48. I think he probably wants to get to the 40 to feel comfortable. And that would still be Sean's longest of the year. His longest so far is just 43 yards. So a little bit of work left to do. White warms up on the sideline. Possible game winner in the future. This one down the field. Trying to find McInnes.
Bryce McInnes is incomplete.
Get to it quickly.
certainly taking shots. You know, there's a little bit of pressure here first. Going to run this thing. You're just going to see 4-man rush. They run a little twist of Malik Carney.
Malik Carney's here to ever take a hand right out.
So a heck of a play by Williams there. Again, that was nice and clean. It's a hand on a great pass. Very good.
Big second and 10. The crowd at Commonwealth to their feet here on Friday Night Football. Edmonton center house. Bryce in the picture. Trying to escape.
Bryce is sacked for 8 yards.
Edmonton's defense gets it done. Double away.
4 sacks. Bryce to Mayala, incomplete, and it's turnover on downs. Five turnovers for BC.
Looking for Mayala. Jalen guards over the top. Incomplete. And it'll be victory formation for your guy, Cody Fajardo.
Not exactly how he wanted this game to go, but another W. Oh, we got a penalty flag. Thought he dropped the laundry there.
That'll do it. They don't need to take another step on this clock. Cody Fajardo told us earlier this week that they don't care how they win football games. It's that they find a way to win football games. And they move into first place in the West with a 5-1 record. And let's get to Wilson's game ball.
I think I gotta go J.C. Sheridan. I know he's a coach, he can get a game ball. I mean, this guy had everything cooking today. I thought he did a great job of balancing it. When to bring cover 0. Hey, we had a zone blitz with 6 guys. Oh, we're dropping 8. We're dropping 9.
So let's take a look. 4 sacks. 4 interceptions. And you get me 13 points for a point. 55.1K.
Pretty much the entire tonight.
226. Gosh dang it. I missed it by 8.
So you see that record now to drop to 1-4, where you got Edmonton at 5-1. You got Saskatchewan that looks like they figured it out. I know that my buddy Zach Laris is injured, but assuming that they do get the job done this week, Winnipeg's also wagging over there. Calgary looks good too. Calgary looks great. It's very tough, Dustin. Very tough.
Tough spot for the Lions to find themselves in, but Edmonton.
But that's going to be it for us. We'll probably be over on the Analyst Stats postgame. So there will be no live streams tomorrow. I will have a pregame for the Hamilton-Toronto game up in the morning. Both tomorrow games will be on Sunday because the game on Sunday is at game on Sunday is at 7. So I'll have probably a 12 and 2:30 game because my dentist appointment's at 5. So all of 3 games on Sunday, but I do appreciate everyone stopping by. Sunday's games, the 2 early games from tomorrow, or the 2 games from tomorrow will be tape delays, reactions to it live on Sunday, along with the 7 o'clock game. But I do appreciate everyone for stopping by, and have yourself a great rest of your evening.